Hi Gemini, I'm Pam and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for the new year of 2017 plus January. This month I'm using the Hanson Roberts Tarot deck and I'm going to pull 4 cards, one for each quarter of this year, plus a 5th card just for January, and I'm concluding the reading with a Healing with the Angels Oracle card by Doreen Virtue. And remember, these are general readings, and to get readings with messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign to gain more insight and information, because some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. These are the same way I've done the readings for the new year for 2014 and 2015 and 2016. So now on to 2017, and I hope you have a fantastic year ahead. If you would like to get an additional reading where I'm doing the exact same thing I'm doing here that I have for download and purchase on Vimeo, where I'll be using the Golden Tarot deck and pulling 5 cards for you there, 1 card for each quarter of the year plus an additional card for January. You can access these videos by going to the link below and clicking on the link there, which will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for the new year Psychic Tarot readings for each sign of the zodiac plus January over there on Vimeo. You can also access these videos by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com, clicking on the videos tab on my menu and going to page 8, and there you will see the heading for the Psychic Tarot readings for the new year for each sign of the zodiac. You just click on your sign and it will take you to those videos on Vimeo. All that being said, Gemini, now on to your readings for the new year of 2017 plus January. And the first card you have for the first quarter of the new year is the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is a card that symbolizes to me weighing your options. It could be having to make a decision or a choice between 2 things, 2 jobs, 2 loves, 2 homes, or just weighing your options. I do feel for the start of the new year, for some of you Geminis, it may bring in a little bit of confusion about having to decide something, but I get some element of confusion here. Some of you may actually be embarking on studying a new language, and this could be maybe just because you want to learn one, could be because maybe a new relationship's popping up and they speak another language, or you want to travel, or your job is going to require it. I do feel some of you Geminis will be looking into new ways to make money in the new year. Maybe you're going to turn a sideline or a hobby into another money-making venture. Like in addition to the job you have, maybe you're going to start a sideline business. Be careful of what you say as the new year starts in the first quarter, because I feel like you don't want to have to eat your words. So be careful of that. If you go to any holiday parties or New Year's parties, anything, New Year's Eve parties, anything like that, just be careful. And in any situation, work, family, doesn't matter what you're in. Because I feel like there might be a propensity for you to have to eat your words. So I'd be cautious of blurting out your opinions too strongly in the first quarter, or just, blurting out something you may end up having to take back. Geminis will be listening to their guidance and their intuition more and more strongly at the first, start of the new year. Maybe even through the whole year. I do feel some of you are going to be meeting somebody that you're going to have a conversation with them, and they will be changing a lot of things for you in your life. This could be relationships or it could be work, but this conversation is going to be important. Some of you are going to be learning to let go of bad habits. If you're a smoker or a drinker or, whatever bad habit, maybe you eat a lot of chocolate or sugar or you spend a lot of money, whatever your bad habit might be for you, I feel you will be looking into getting past that bad habit, working on it in the new year, especially the first quarter. I feel that important conversation that you're going to have with someone is going to link you up to something new. It's either going to bring in a new job, a new way of making money, or a new person coming into your life. But that's why they're important. It links up to something new that's going to be happening for you. You're going to be getting rid of a lot of unwanted things in your life that you would deem as trash or garbage. It could be stuff, but it could be mental and emotional things as well. Now, for your second quarter, you have the Seven of Rods. And the Seven of Rods is a card to me that symbolizes holding back negative forces, negative communications coming at you, negative energy coming at you, you keeping it back, you holding it at bay. It can also mean shutting the door on negativity. I do feel like there's a lot of things that you're going to have to do in the second quarter of the new year, and I feel that some things that are going to transpire will put you in a greater position of power. For some of you, this could be at work. Maybe you might be getting a raise in your position or a promotion, but for some of you, this could be even in family situations, like becoming an executor of an estate, or maybe you'll be in charge of your family. Something happens and now you're the one in charge. It just comes up like a position of power for you. I see two things happening here. You farming things off into different directions in the second quarter. I see some of you actually helping someone in your family that may need education or training. You may be helping pay for their schooling. You could also be telling them, hey, you need to take classes over here, or you should enroll in this program over there. It's that kind of energy of like getting people going in the right directions. This could even be in your job. Maybe you are a manager, or through your work or whatever you do, you could be saying, you gotta go over here, you need to go to this department, or farming people out in the right directions. It also comes up with farming money out in the right directions, and this could be your finances, where you're going to allocate your funds in different ways, different funds, different stocks, different bonds, different retirement funds. It could be that way. So I see you doing it with people and money. I feel news is going to come to you in the second quarter if you're a working Gemini, that's going to tell you that there's going to be situations that are going to be changing, and they're going to be changing quickly. And I feel for some of you, it's in like maybe somebody's buying the company you work for, and a whole slew of new people or new bosses are going to come in. It's that kind of energy. Or maybe the company didn't get bought, but a whole new management team or higher ups are going to come in. That's some news that some of you Geminis are going to hear in the second quarter of the new year of 2017. I see a couple things happening for you here also, where you're going to be either training or educating yourself up scholastically or training program wise to help you in your career. Some of you are doing it on a personal level, where you're thinking of taking probiotics and doing something with exercise, getting a personal trainer. That also comes up. So training and educating, and also personal training and doing something with probiotics. I don't know much about that, so you'll have to fill me in, Gemini. The next card you have here for the third quarter of the new year is the Magician, and the Magician is an awesome card. This is the card of the manifester. What you think about, you bring about. What's in the spiritual plane and in the spiritual ethers, you can manifest in the physical plane. I do feel that some of you will be talking to somebody who wants to give you a raise or a promotion. That's for you working Geminis. Some of you are going to be entering some kind of contest and winning in the third quarter. This could be a lottery. It could also be something like vying for a new position at work, and it's a promotion, and there could be a few people vying for it, and you're going to win. It could be a contest of any kind to win a new car. I actually see some of you winning a new car. So if you come across any contest where you could win a new car, it looks to me like it's silver. It could be, I don't know what brand it is. I'm not really sure. Volkswagen, BMW. It could be a Volvo, or could be a Toyota. I'm not really sure what kind of car this is. But I see some of you winning that. I do feel in the third quarter of the year of 2017, you're going to be looking to change your appearance, highlighting your appearance, cutting your hair, cutting it in a different style, changing your clothing, maybe getting plastic surgery, could be Botox or facelift, or, injections of some sort in your face in some way. It could, getting your lips enhanced, anything to change your appearance. But some of you, it's hair and clothes. Others of you are taking it further into the plastic surgery realm. If you belong to any groups, clubs, or organizations, I feel that you will be dealing with new members. New members will be joining. And if you don't belong to any groups or clubs, like social groups or social clubs of any sort, maybe you're the new member that's joining, because I get new members joining social clubs and things like that. I feel many of you that are working Geminis, your place of employment is going through or going under some kind of major overhaul. Maybe the walls are going to get torn down and it's going to be rebuilt. New plumbing, new heating, new walls, new desks, new carpet, new paint, new ceiling tiles, new air conditioning, new heating system. It could be anything like that. But again, it could also be new bosses, new ownership, new management staff. It could be that or both comes up here. Some of you may also look to make some other big kind of change in your life in the third quarter, where you may be doing apartment hunting or house hunting and thinking about moving to a smaller location, or downsizing, or maybe you just want a new living space, or maybe you need to do it. Maybe you want to live closer to work, or closer to your children, or closer to other family members. So I see some of you in the third quarter looking for a new living space. And in your fourth quarter of the new year, you have the Four of Cups. So number 4 for the fourth quarter. And the Four of Cups is a card to me that symbolizes ruminating, overanalyzing, going within. It can be pulling at straws, worrying about the past, thinking about the past. It could also mean that you're getting some kind of offer or opportunity presented to you. It could be God and the universe giving you blessings, or they could be giving you signs and you have to pay attention. You might be going within too much that you might be missing these signs. Some of you will be getting a new job opportunity and are going to be moving across a country, completely across to the other side of the country you live in, or it could even be out of the country you live in for those of you that would be open to that. It could also indicate that. I do feel some of you are going to have pressure put on you by family members that don't live in your area to come visit them, come stay with them, or just to go see them. Maybe even they might be pressuring you to move closer to them. I do get some of you Geminis will be getting pressure applied to you by some family members at a distance in the fourth quarter. I feel like your fourth quarter, you're starting to look at the whole ball of wax, like, I'm moving, I'm changing my personal life, I'm changing the way I look, I may be changing my career. I feel like you're going to be looking back at all the things that occurred to you in 2017, and if they didn't happen, then I feel a lot, yet in that fourth quarter, I feel like you're going to have a boatload of things happen to you in that fourth quarter. If they didn't happen along the way I'm seeing it, you may have multiple things happening to you in that fourth quarter. If you're writing a book, you could be putting that book out for publishing in the fourth quarter, like taking it to publishers, or if it's already with a publishing company, you could be publishing it in the fourth quarter, or if you're self-publishing it yourself, you could be doing that in the fourth quarter, those of you that have written a book. I feel like some of you Geminis are going to become more childlike and have a lot more fun in the fourth quarter of the year. Maybe your life has been too serious, Gemini. Maybe it's been all work and no play and all business and not enough socialization and not enough frivolity and fun. I feel that some of you will be coming to those conclusions and starting to incorporate more joy and things that make you feel like you did when you were a kid. You could join a baseball team, a bowling team. You might be just deciding that you're going to take more time off from work and travel more and have fun and go. I see some of you going to exotic locations this year. I see some of you going to someplace tropical island settings. So this could be just for fun, just for a vacation. So now for January, you have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is a card to me that symbolizes the balance of give and take. You could be giving money joyously and freely and charitably to others. You could be receiving money from financial institutions, the government, loans, grants, anything. It could be coming to you that way, tax returns. But it is a balance of give and take. This is for January 2017. I see some of you looking to highlight yourself in some way. You may be updating dating profiles, updating Facebook profiles, updating your LinkedIn profiles, anything or any business profile, resume, and a business thing. I see you updating things, updating information and things about yourself, your pictures, your standing, your experience level, anything you want to update about yourself comes up in January. I do see some of you getting a raise in January, and I see an accumulation of wealth coming into your pockets. So I do feel in some manner you have money coming to you in January. This could either be from a bonus, a commission check, a raise, a promotion, payoff of some great investment. I do see that could be somebody giving you money, like family giving you money, a deceased relative could have willed you money. You have money coming to you in January. I do see you looking it over and thinking about how am I going to spend this money and how am I going to put it to good use. Some of you may be deciding to put that money or some money you have to good use by launching a new product line or a new business or a new plan getting launched in January of 2017. There's going to be a real breakthrough for you, I feel, financially in January. And just take heed, Gemini, if it does not happen for you in January of 2017, I feel like it's going to happen for you in short order, at least in the first half of 2017 in some way. But many of you, I feel it occurs in January. Some of you are attaining licenses. It could be a license to practice medicine, law, or some licensing you need for your business. I also feel there's going to be some Geminis that may have been waiting for a green card or some kind of international declaration or something that you need to practice medicine or law, or some licensing you need in a new country. It could also be that, because licensing and it's important licensing. Could be new business licensing. You need a business license. Maybe you need to become incorporated or an LLC in January. I see that coming up as well. I do see many of you Geminis receiving some kind of accreditation or acclaim comes up. So you may be getting a degree or graduating, or you may be getting some kind of honors bestowed upon you for some good works that you've done in your job or in your community, because accreditation and acclaim comes up here. Now I'm going to look into the Doreen Virtues Healing with the Angels Oracle cards for you for this year of 2017. The card you have, Gemini, is Truth and Integrity. You got Truth and Integrity for the new year of 2017, Healing with the Angels. I do feel generally for the whole year you're going to become more magnanimous and generous to others, your friends, your family, in this year coming up. I do feel that some of you Geminis will be catching some new idea or coming up with some new idea and running with it in 2017. Be very, very wise with the words you use this year, because if you do not have truth and integrity, it will be noticed or found out and come back to haunt you. So if you are cautious, or if you come into a situation where you feel like, uh-oh, if I say that, it's going to make people mad or upset them, or it could cause a problem, and if I tell the truth or I say my opinion, and then it may come back to haunt me, then don't say anything if you can avoid it. Because your words that you use will have exceptional power and weight this year of 2017. So either be truthful 100% or it'll come back to haunt you, or don't say anything if it's some spot where you could avoid it and you feel like you could get backlash. You got to be very careful about your truth and integrity of the words you use, especially your words this year. Some of you may be writing that tell-all book this year, and make sure you have legalities in place that if you're telling the truth and it may upset family members or other people that could rail against what you're saying, that you are protected from backlash or lawsuits, especially if you're doing anything in writing. You know, I do feel you're going to come out of any dark times or woods that you've been in and come into the clearing. And I feel for many of you Geminis, this year of 2017 may feel like one of the best years of your life. So that's good news, Gemini. I hope this reading was of help to you, and I certainly hope it made sense. I want to thank you so much for watching, sharing, and liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do appreciate that. Please remember to subscribe. That way you'll always get a notification when I post any of my videos here on YouTube. And also, I want to remind you, if you would like to get an exact another reading for your year plus January, just like I did here, but I'm going to be using the Golden Tarot deck by Cat Black instead of the deck I used here, please click on the link below this video and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for the Psychic Tarot reading for the new year of 2017 for each sign of the zodiac plus January. You just click on the link below and it will take you there to those videos for download and purchase. You can also access these videos by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com, clicking on the videos tab on my menu and going to page 8, and there you will see the heading probably at the middle of the page for those videos. You just click on your sign and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. I want to wish you a fantastic and blessed new year plus this month of January 2017, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.